Yeah, good day. You're welcome to another edition of our class. And today I want to talk about more principle on looping. Okay, but today I'll be looking at, because somebody actually reached out to ask, what are the other ways that we can loop our fence, that he has done some of other things? And I said, well, most of them, it all depends on how you carry out your looping. Today I'll be teaching you a new technique when we're considering the 8 lines. Let's assume we have this. Let's say this is 1. Okay, let me correct it with the we'll use the right colors. 1, okay, let's see if we have another 1, 2, and 3, right? Let's see, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If we have our electric fence just this way, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. All right. Okay, what other principle can we use? Like our previous lectures before, we've talked about live, earth, live, earth, live. But I want to look at something quite different, because like I always say, if it comes to electric fence, I tell you, whatever you want to tell me about electric fence, I'll tell you to a large extent. I understand how this thing works and what else can work. We try to improvise, come up with other kind of looping that you can also try, and I'll tell you for free, it's going to work absolutely. All right, then let's consider this also. We have something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If we have another principle like this, let's say I have live here, the bottom, the last one, live, and I decide to say yes, earth, and here, earth, and I decide to have live. Okay. Let's see, live. Okay. Earth. And live. No. Okay. Let's say we have live and earth. Can we have something like this? Okay, here we're having earth in 2 places. Live, earth, live. Okay. Okay, if we have something like this, can this work? Let's consider it. Let's have a look at it. Okay, let's say we have okay, if our energizer comes in from this direction, right, in this gets in here, right, this one here and this here, and returns this way. Let's see our earth. If earth comes in here, gets to this, and this, then it means if I decide to configure my fence this way, we can also agree that this will work out. Why did I say so? Fine. One thing you should first look at when considering looping is, okay, if your input comes in from the right hand side, it means at the end of the day your input must return to that same right hand side. If it comes in, let's say from the left hand side, it should return to the left hand side. So like what we have here, this live, let's assume I'm an intruder. I want to break into this place, for example. I can come here, and don't forget the spacing between this line, one line and the other, is 10 cm, right? 10 cm, yes, 10 centimeters. So if we have 20 centimeters for, okay, it's 10 cm. From the point of one bracket, from one bobbin to the other is 10. From this other bobbin is another 10. From this to this, just like that. And then if we have 10 cm all the way from here, the spacing between the lines, then it means this part is also secure. So let's assume an intruder comes in and say, okay, fine. This part and this part, they are earth. Let's try closing this line. You want to try penetrate through this place. I'll tell you, the possibility is almost like the probability. You'll be looking at, I'll say, is it 10? I don't know if the person is a snake. For you to close these lines, so okay, fine, so this is the edge, you want to close it and go through the middle. But one thing you must always look at is make sure your number one line is secured and the last one is secured, like we also have here. You see, this is an 8 line, this is also an 8 line. Let's compare this. Then we have this live. Let's say it comes in from here. The supply comes in from here. It gets here. No, sorry, to the next live. This live hits the second live. This one, it comes here, it gets here. It hits this live. It moves all the way here again. Marries the next live. It gets here. This marries the next live. Moves this way. It gets here. Marries the last live. And from here, back. Came in from the right hand side. And then still returns to the right hand side. That's fine. It means this will also work. I cannot decide to say, okay, for the earth, take this to the earth line. Let me try use the green pen for the earth lines. Please pardon me. Let me use the green colored marker to make things easier for us. All right, let's assume this is our earth here. And this is the earth. Right. Okay, that's our earth. And here we also have our earth like this here. All the way. So, if it enters from here, it means this goes all the way, loop this one to this, the other earth, and it's out. So, you can see from this illustration, let's assume if we achieve the same thing from this diagram. Now, for this is, let's say, the live in comes all the way here, like this, the movement flow, and it's back here, back to the energizer. Also, this one comes all the way from this side into the energizer, the earth. It moves this way, right, and it's out. So, let's look at the possibility of intruder getting into any of this property. Now, this intruder might try to say, I want to close this line. But at the end of the day, because of this height still, it finds it difficult for him to scale. And there's also a live cable here. So he must even ensure that this one does not go beyond this to touch this. If he tries to say, okay, I want to push this one, maybe it touches this one, the alarm go off. Also here, when he comes here, the only place he sees like a place that is porous, he looks at this place, okay, fine. There's this place, let me close this to earth. If he tries to close this, the space here, he can't go through it. Even when reptiles try to go through this thing, this stuff still also gets them down. So it's difficult for you to also break in here. We have our live, 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 earth, live, live, earth, live, 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 earth, live, earth, live, earth, earth, live. So to a large extent, I can also decide to say, I want to configure my fence this way for the 8 lines. This is closer to the earth. This live is closer to this earth. Then this one closer to this earth. This is closer to this earth. So this live is also closer to this earth. So, but for this, we have this one. This might be a little bit farther, but still, because it's a live wire, you want to try as much as possible to avoid it. Yes, here you get shocked here from this very line. So this is closer to this. This is also closer to this. This is closer to this. This is this, but this one. So at the end of the day, I'll take this one as, if you are looping it this way, I'll say fine, good. You're looping this way, good. So at the end of the day, trying to loop this way and this way, you still achieve the result of getting your fence rightly looped where there are no loophole. Yes, you loop such that there is no loophole in your configuration. So we're going to say this is, I can accept this. If you come do a job in my premises and you loop your fence this way, by the time I go through it and I see this is how you've looped it, fine. As far it is not in parallel, they are all in series, the connection is series, then I'll accept it and say, yes, this guy, he knows what he's doing. And if I see you do it this way, I'll accept to say, yes, this guy, he knows what he's doing. So this is about the principle of looping for this. All right. I hope this is very clear. And see you in our next class. Thank you. Bye for now.